the the Ukraine want to rename Russia Federation in Moskovia.
But
So
that is just in Ukraine or in the whole world? I don't know.
no,
I don't understand.
that is the start probably. You know,
I saw.
I will just put some historical facts. Then we will try to get to get some proper name like Putinovia or something like that. I don't know. I will just pop some facts. In the past, we had Byzantine Empire, so called, but they never called them like that. They called themselves Eastern Roman Empire. Then we have at Rus, I don't know how do you pronounce on English. Probably the same because it's not our name. And they didn't call themselves either like that. They called themselves Raseni. And even now in Italy, you have a lot of Slavic toponyms like Messina, Ravenna, Pescara, stuff like that. You know, so that name changing for me it's very dangerous because I just want to say that they translate some old Etrus transcript with a modern Serbian, just reading from the right to left, not from the left to the right. So I just want to say that if you ask me, we should call that nation like name which they call themselves, you know, not make some folks names like Byzantine Empire. I don't know what is the point of that. So that is dangerous, but we will see. if the rest of the world do the same, it will be dangerous. But now I think it's I don't know, some kind of joke, and they didn't get even good name. Moskovia, oh my god! But they want to do that because Russia called themselves Little Russian or Novorossiya, something like that, and now the Ukrainian want to change their names, so they just want to
pay them back.
Yeah, it's something like that. They want to say that Russia are not identity.
That's like kids are fighting. Like that's your name. You're a donkey. You're a horse. That's just ridiculous.
But
yeah,
in their defense, if the people today can change their own pronouns as they like, why shouldn't it? Like everything is changeable, I guess, these days. I mean,
it's democracy.
I guess they can identify Russians as Moscovians. I don't see as Russian, I see as a Moscovian.
yeah. It's
but
like
the Russian don't want to call themselves like that. The Ukrainians want, so
yes,
it's a little bit confusing.
Yeah, I moved the point then. So, do you think the Russians should get offended then, and then call the Ukrainians out for not respecting how they identify themselves?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah. If you want to, do you know that that Albanian people have name for us, Kia or something like that?
I know. Yeah.
According to Albanians, we are all Albanians. You know. Today I also saw the video where they forbid Serbians to have their Serbian names. So in the 60. They had to change all the Serbians' names and last names into Albanians.
Yeah, it's not only in Albania; it's in Turkey too, man. But I think in Albania you now can have one Serbian last name or the name you can choose.
Oh, so you can pick,
but not both.
I don't think.
But not both. Only one. Yes, imagine that. Oh my God! And they live in Europe, you know.
I guess everybody's going to keep their family name. And then just put the first name different to Albanian, and then keep the family Serbian name, I guess.
Did you know that our basketball player Emina Yahovic's brother plays for Turkey in basketball, and they changed his entire name, so you can figure out who is
really?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
And that NBA player Turkoglu or something like that, he's from
Serbia. Turkoglu, yeah.
Yes, he's from Serbia too.
From Serbia.
Yeah, and he has Serbian name and last name, but they changed it in he died Turkoglu too. So you go to Turkey and become Turkey, you know.
I think, you know what?
Maybe they learn.
I think that's one of the problems in Serbia. I think everybody who lives in Serbia should be Serbian as well, regardless. You know, like everybody who lives.
That was all.
Like everybody who lives in America, they're American, regardless of your heritage.
That was also rigged, and I think in the time of Tito that was rigged so that just Orthodox people are Serbs, and then others they made a new nations like
they made a divide.
Muslim nations.
Bosnians.
Yeah, Bosnian.
I'm
Bosniaks.
Bosanac. I'm not Bosniak, you know, but Bosanac doesn't mean that's not a nation. That's like
geographic, yes.
Position of I'm a Serb from Bosnia, so I'm Bosanac. But they have Bosniak now, and they have like Bosniak language, and I don't. That's other story. And
but what is, what do you think Bosniak is?
Bosniak now is Muslim from Bosnia.
So is there a Krosniak and Srebosniak?
We can now.
No, yeah, but that would be equivalent of it, wouldn't it?
You have Bosniaks in south of Serbia now who didn't.
They identify themselves. Yes. Yeah. They feel. They feel like they're Bosniaks.
Yeah, but that was all made in time of communism. Alija Izetbegović was signed as a Serb in, I don't know, 1950.
Yeah, well, but it could change. Yeah. You listen this. I was 2 years Bosnian too, you know that. listen this. My little kid, my wife is from Bosnia, and my little kid get with his grandpa, and grandpa learned him that he's Bosnian. And when he came to the home, he asked me what I am. I say I'm Serbian, from Dalmatia. So what are you? I'm Dalmatian. Oh, Dad, but I'm Bosnian. How the hell are you Bosnian? No, Dad, I'm Bosnian. Okay, be Bosnian. I am Dalmatian. But Dad, I want that we be the same. You know, be Bosnian, please. I'm looking. Okay. And I was 2 years Bosnian, man. You know.
Bosnian for 2 years.
And when I ask him why the hell we are Bosnian, they have strong head. And do you know what my wife done to me? Whenever we came to my cousin, he told my son to ask me what I am, and I always say I'm Bosnian, son. And my cousins were like, "Oh my God, how the hell are you Bosnian now?" I am a Bosnian.
Oh man, honestly, yeah. Listen to this. This is my brother-in-law. My brother-in-law. Yeah, my brother-in-law. He is. My sister told me this when he was, I think, enrolling their daughter into the school, and it was like you have to fill in the form, the questionnaire and whatnot. And there was a question like country of birth, and it was only like a few years ago. I mean, maybe like a decade ago, but not that long ago. He wrote down Yugoslavia. And they're like, you can't submit this form because this country doesn't exist. But you asked me what country of birth my country burned with Yugoslavia, and then
he's right.
I think he's still Yugoslavia. I think he has like I think every time he needs to to submit a form or something like that, he follows the same principle, and every time he has an argument with people from the from the government institutions, when he's submitting the form, like country Yugoslavia.
He's right.
He is not wrong. It's not wrong.
We all was born in Yugoslavia.
Did you look at that short clip when they asked that Bosnian girl where is she born? She say in Bosnia, and the commentary asked her where in Bosnia, like in which place, and he say I'm whole. I'm born whole in Bosnia. Oh my God! So we are Bosnian too,
right? Okay, so should we rename Can we rename Ukraine and Russians too?
Probably. Why not?
So we come up with a nickname for both of them.
Little Serbs. I don't know.
Serbs and big Serbs.
Yeah.
Strong head.
Then the little Serbs, they're gonna have a complex. They're gonna be like, oh, why am I little? I'm not little. I'm big. You know what I mean? You can't call it. Yeah, you can't. We can't. Yeah, we have to. That's mean.
That's soft. Yeah,
that's mean. Something else. I have to come up with a different nickname.
You know how we call Montenegro?
What?
We have name for Montenegro. You probably don't know. Serbian Sparta.
Because they're big, strong, and eager to work.
Yeah.
They probably named themselves.
They're Serbian Spartans, but only if they can be budded. If they can't be asked going defending some people, some nation. Nah, fuck it. I'm just gonna chill out today. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. What do you know what their motto? The people from Montenegro motto is if I can do it today, I should leave it for tomorrow.
I'll leave it tomorrow.
I'll leave it for tomorrow.
They have actually motto. If you see people who are working, move. Don't they don't interrupt them.
Don't touch.
Don't interrupt the working.
Great country.
Man. Yeah.
So how would you name Moskovia? Oh, I mean Russia.
Moscovians. I don't know. Pure Putinopia.
Yeah, something.
Putinopia. Little Putin's Russia.
They don't.
And ideology they follow is Putinism.
Resursorovia.
Yeah.
They have a lot of resources,
Yeah. Oh man! And how about Ukraine then?
Did you read the article where Medvedev say that they will rename Ukraine too?
Oh, actually, I did. Bear me for a second. Yes, Russia will rename Ukraine. Bandera Reich. Medvedev warns. I'm just going to be that now. Medvedev, who called Zelensky the head Nazi in Kyiv, warned that Russia's response to the Ukrainian petition would be a tit for tat. Former Russian President Dmitry Medvedev again compared Ukraine to Nazi Germany on Saturday when he suggested Ukraine be renamed Schweinwisch Bandera Reich. Varan, did I say that right? No, I'm serious.
You were close, yeah.
That's
Schweinwisch Bandera Reich. Pig Bandera Reich. In response to the Ukrainian petition calling the Ukrainian government to rename the entirety of Russian Federation Moscow. On Friday, Zelensky responded to the petition after he had passed the 25,000 signatures required to draw a response from the Ukrainian government. The petition, which accuses Russia of stealing the identity of all Rus people in Eastern Europe, called on Ukrainians to reclaim our identity and our history.
Why are we talking about this stupidity? Europe is sending like 3 billion euros to Ukraine to support the, I don't know, changing of Russian name or
I don't know. Honestly,
to support it in war.
This is all fucking bollocks. Seriously, Zelensky is thinking now of that petition, and somebody, who the fuck came up with that petition after all? Like, shouldn't you be like on a battlefield, like firing at Russians and killing Russians or something like that? Or you're somewhere in like comfort of your home, just being a fucking internet warrior and thinking of petitions and shit? I think they have more important business right now to deal with rather than this.
Too much white stuff, you know. And
no, honestly, I don't know who the fuck it is.
I'm creative guy here. Who cares for war? I'm gonna do some creative stuff, you know. Give me.
No, but I don't get it.
It's not such creative, you know, Moskovia.
You know, it's a bad. I think bad cocaine or whatever it takes.
Maybe mushrooms, man.
But he should.
You reckon that's a Ukrainian refugee in Australia?
Daniel, is that the land?
Cure his depression, yeah. I don't know. He wanted to be host on the Oscars also, so they refuse him. I don't know.
Honestly, you should sign up. If you're going to host an Oscar, you should sign a waiver or something like that, because you know, you might get a slap back to reality.
Yeah, maybe he should bring the table and put it in the front of the border, you know.
No, honestly, I think this war. Like, I just want to say this. Like, this is a fucking lose situation for everybody. Ukraine, even if they win, they lose. Russia, if they win, they lose again. They lost. And Ukrainians lost.
They lost like we in this.
They lost. All of them lost. There is no winner here. Whatever the win will be for the winning party, it's not worth the losses they had. And they will.
Yeah. And we all lost with them.
We as well. Yeah, as well. Honestly, this is just fucking nonsense. And do you know what the major problem for me is? At the moment,
what?
Nobody's talking about peace. In the last few months, nobody's mentioning the peace dialogues. Nobody's mentioning peace. Or what?
Peace is a long way.
Listen, nothing in media, nothing. Absolutely nothing. All what is mentioned, we gave this much money, we gave that much many weapons, we give this much support, or, you know, just support, money, and weapons. That's all. There is not even the slightest hint of a dialogue, peace, or any, no hints whatsoever of anything.
But why should that happen? When for elite, that's the like best thing that ever happened. They sending like military weapons. They gonna train NATO is training the Ukrainian soldiers. That all cost. Somebody gonna pay that, and we are paying that, like European and from taxes and stuff. They're gonna destroy Ukraine to the ground, and later on, the Europeans gonna give them the loans, and gonna come Europeans companies who's gonna build all that stuff up, and who's gonna pay that? Ukrainian people, European people from taxes. And why should we stop now?
I was looking at the statistics today. I was just looking at some statistics today. There's like nearly 10 million refugees from Ukraine. There's just under 3 million, 2.8 million went to Russia. 1.5 million refugees went to Poland. 1 million went to Germany, and nearly 500,000 went to Czech Republic. And those are the biggest, those are the countries that took the most refugees. And then there's like 3 more countries. There's like Spain, France, and England. They took in between 150 and 170,000 each. There's just like a really small difference. And then, but the biggest sponsor of this war, USA, said they're going to take up to 150,000. So from 10 million, the country that gave the most money, the most sponsorship, and the most support to Ukraine is going to take up to, so that's not, that's the maximum, up to 150,000, but not necessarily 150,000. So far they have 15,000. 15.
People who need help and who need help is still in Ukraine. The people who are refugees, who is refugees now, what I see in Vienna is people who don't need help. They are driving like Jeeps, Porsche, BMWs, and they have a budget for apartments like 3,000 euros. Who has that? In Switzerland, they told them they're gonna stop giving them help. They just have to sold the cars, and they just said, "Fuck that! I'm going back to Ukraine." So,
Daniel,
always, poor people are suffering, and I don't know.
Lucky
for England, you have La Manche,
Yeah, the channel separating us. Yeah, but that's why. Listen, that channel. Now, the very controversial law they want to put in place, a very controversial law, the law that they came up that breaks the international law, apparently. I'm not sure about that because I didn't see it yet. But there was a massive issue here in England, literally just yesterday. Just yesterday, what happened was the TV presenter, Gary Lineker. Vasily, I think you know who Gary Lineker is.
Football player.
Yeah. Well, ex-football player.
Yeah, football player.
Lavan, you familiar?
Famous football player.
I don't have a clue.
So Gary Lineker got fired from Match of the Day. Basically.
Really?
Apparently, or I don't know. Let me phrase it. He didn't get fired. They agreed to suspend the, just to suspend their work at the moment. So then Michael, and I'm not even sure if he went on or not, only because Gary Lineker said that he doesn't agree with the new government policy, law, whatever they're trying to implement with the refugees, because he thinks it's inhumane and all that, apparently. He criticized government, and literally the next moment they took him off the British broadcasting BBC. Straight away.
Democracy.
Straight away, they took him off. And you know what? I think I read the director must be from either Serbia or Balkan. When they asked him, at least he's got a mentality. They asked him, are you going to resign then on your position because of all this scandal? And he was like, well, wait, I'm considering resigning. No.
I am doing my job very well.
And then they quizzed him as well. Did the government tell you, to sack Galenicki? He was like, no, nobody told me to sack him. It was my decision. So now the channel is, the channel is shambles. And are you going to resign? No, why should I resign? Nothing wrong.
He does
good for
well, the only thing is, like, they sacked him because, they sacked him because of their, like, impartiality or whatever guidelines they have. And the first thing is, he didn't say anything while he was on air, while he was, on a telly. He wrote it on a Twitter, on his Twitter account. He tweeted it. That's the first thing. And second thing, they have guidelines. So it's a guideline. It's not it's not a law. It's not a procedure in place. It's just like, you should follow this, but not necessarily you should, that's how I see guidelines. If you say, this is a guideline, and you should get as close to this guideline as you can, but if you go straight a little bit, left to right, or whatever, it's still okay, I guess, but, just try and stick as close as you can to this guideline. So, no, they sacked him.
I guess if you were there, you were on the same place like him, because he understands guidelines like you.
Daniel, did you
I don't know.
Did you write CV for his job?
I didn't, but should I consider it? What do you think?
Yeah, I don't know. If you understand the guidelines like that, you don't have to try it.
I'm gonna be sacked straight away.
Yeah.
No, but honestly,
And then
that's a guideline. That's what guideline is. Like, at least in my head, that's what guideline is. I don't know.
You don't care if you have to apply that.
That is how we prepare for the podcast too.
I don't have guidelines.
No, we have like a guideline. Yeah. Guideline is like right.